There's an alternative. It's called inspiration. And there are a few leaders and a few organizations that rely vastly more on inspiration than manipulation. I'll talk about some of the big ones. We know who they are. Apple Computers, Southwest Airlines, Harley-Davidson, Virgin. Every single one of these organizations, these leaders, those with the ability to inspire, they have the most loyal employees. They have the most loyal customers. They can charge a premium if they want to. They're more profitable. They're more innovative, my definition. And most importantly, they can sustain all these things for the long term. What I discovered is that regardless of their size and regardless of their industry, every single one of these organizations with the capacity to inspire, they all think, act, and communicate the exact same way, and it's the complete opposite to everyone else. All I did was write it down, and it's probably the world's simplest idea. I call it the golden circle. Imagine, if you will, 3 concentric circles, a bullseye. In the middle is the word why, in the center ring is the word how, and the outside ring is the word what. It's this little idea that distinguishes those with the capacity to inspire versus everyone else. Let me define the terms really quickly, starting from the outside in. Every single organization on the planet knows what they do. These are the products you sell or the services you offer. Some know how they do it, whether you call it your differentiating value proposition or your USP or your proprietary process. It's the things that you think make you special or different or better than your competition. But very, very few people and very, very few organizations can clearly state why they do what they do. And by why, I don't mean to make money. That's a result. By why, I mean what's your purpose, what's your cause, what's your belief? Why does your company exist? Why did you get out of bed this morning? And why should anyone care? As a result, the way we think, the way we act, the way we communicate is from the outside in. It's obvious. We go from the clearest thing to the fuzziest thing. We tell people what we do, we tell them how we're different or how we're better, and we expect some sort of behavior, a purchase, a vote, support. But not the inspired leaders, not the inspired organizations. Regardless of their size, regardless of their industry, every single one of them thinks, acts, and communicates from the inside out. They all start with why. Let me give you an example. I use Apple a lot because they're easy to understand and we all get it. If Apple were like everyone else, a piece of marketing from them, for example, would sound like this. They would say what they do. We make great computers. How do they do it? They're beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. Want to buy one? That's normal. That's how most organizations talk to us. Here's our new car. It's got tinted windows, great gas mileage, leather seats. Choose us. Here's our law firm. Our lawyers went to all the best schools. We won all of our cases. Choose us. But not the inspired leaders, not Apple. They start with why. Here's how they actually communicate. Everything we do, they say, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. The way we challenge the status quo is by making our products beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. We just happen to make great computers. Want to buy one? Totally different. Totally different. No trickery, no manipulations, no celebrity endorsements. All I did was reverse the order of the information. What it starts to show us is that it's not what you do that matters, it's why you do it. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And what you do simply serves as the tangible proof of what you believe. This is the reason why every single person in this room is perfectly comfortable buying a computer from Apple. We're perfectly comfortable with the idea that Apple makes MP3 players and phones and DVRs. Newsflash. Apple is just a company, that's all they are. It's a corporate structure. They have some good products and some bad ones. All of their competitors have equal and open access to the same resources, the same agencies, the same consultants, the same media, the same talent. It is a zero-sum game. Every single one of their competitors is equally qualified to make every product that Apple makes. And yet, how is it that this one company has an unbalanced amount of influence, an unbalanced ability to innovate, an unbalanced amount of profitability, an unbalanced amount of loyalty amongst their customers and their employees? The difference is they haven't defined themselves by what they do, they've defined themselves by why they do it, and what they do simply serves as the tangible proof of what they believe. Dell is a good company that makes good products and is every little bit qualified to make every product that Apple makes. A few years ago, they came out with PDAs and MP3 players, and nobody bought one. Why would we buy an MP3 player from a computer company? It doesn't make sense. But we do it every day. The difference is Dell has defined themselves by what they do, and Apple has defined themselves by why they exist. For this little idea to work, you have to have three things. One, you have to know why you do what you do. If you don't know why you do what you do, how will anyone else? Two, you have to have discipline of how. You have to hold yourself and your people accountable to your values and your guiding principles. And thirdly, you have to have consistency of what? Everything you say and everything you do, everything must prove what you believe. At the end of the day, a why is just a belief. That's all it is. Hows are the actions we take to realize that belief, and what's are the results of those actions, the things we say, the things we do, our products and services and marketing, etc. And if what you say and what you do doesn't show what you believe, then no one will know what you believe. This is the concept behind authenticity. I'm tired and bored of people standing on stages telling us all we have to be authentic. How do you implement authenticity? If you would, when you go back to your office, a little more authenticity in everything you do. Appreciate it. Thanks. No clue. What authenticity means is that the things you say and the things you do, you actually believe. This is caveman stuff. The reason the human race is so successful is not because we're the strongest. It's not even because we're the smartest. It's because we're social animals. It's because we have the ability to form cultures and communities. What's a culture? What's a community? It's a group of people with a common set of values and beliefs. What's a company? It's a group of people with a common set of values and beliefs. The goal is not to do business with everybody who needs what you have. The goal is to do business with people who believe what you believe. People who believe what you believe will work for you with blood and sweat and tears. People who don't believe what you believe work for your money. The same is true for customers. Those who believe what you believe will go out of their way to do business with you. Those who don't believe what you believe just want it cheaper. There's a huge difference between repeat business and loyalty. Repeat business means I'm willing to do business with you over and over and over again. Loyalty means I'm willing to turn down a better product at a better price, maybe even suffer inconvenience to continue to do business with you. The ones who you just happen to meet some price standard, you happen to meet some rational objectives that they're looking for, they'll do business with you anyway if you happen to meet them. Why would you ever focus on trying to appease them? They come and go. It's the loyal ones. The people who believe what you believe, the ones who stick with you through thick and thin, because doing business with you says more about them than it does about you. Those are the ones that matter most. And the reason is one of the things that you're doing in your life that proves who you are. The more you talk about what you believe, the more you talk about what you actually believe, the more likely you are to attract people who believe what you believe. And they will help you because they want to, because they trust you. The only way to really grow is to find those who believe what you believe and are willing to work with you with blood and sweat and tears to help you get there. Do you know the story of the two stone layers? So there's two stone layers, right? You go to the first one and say, how do you like your job? He says, yeah, I mean, I like my job. I've been working on this wall for as long as I can remember. The stones are heavy. The work is back-breaking. It's monotonous. I stand in the scorching hot sun all day, and I don't even know if I'm going to finish this wall in my lifetime. It's a job. It pays the bills. You go up to the second guy and say, how do you like your job? He says, I love my job. I'm building a cathedral. Sure, I've been building this wall for as long as I can remember. Sure, the stones are heavy and the work is back-breaking and I stand in the scorching hot sun all day and it's monotonous and I don't even know if I'm going to finish this wall in my lifetime, but I'm building a cathedral. What they do is exactly the same. This guy might even be a champion stone layer. The only difference is that only one of them knows why he shows up to work every day. And the guy who knows why does not see himself as any more or less important than the architect or the guy doing the stained glass windows or the landscaper. They are all contributing to building something that they believe in that's bigger than themselves. A leader is somebody who can put into words that which does not exist yet. The leader is the one who stands there and says in beautiful, crystal clear words, and he describes that cathedral that hasn't been built in words so clear that others can take that image and they can pass it on to others. Why are you working so hard? Because I believe in it. We're building a cathedral. What cathedral? Let me tell you. Are you describing your cathedral, or you're just telling people the wall that you're building? The reason everybody showed up here is because together we're going to build a cathedral. We are all contributing to a world that we would rather live in.